What's going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV. Oh, man. What a Friday it is, by the way, people. What a Friday it is. I can't stop smiling. But, hey, big up Polymation with the picture, man. Another Polymation classic. We had to let Ruben Salty Neves know, man, you don't come to the Emirates and shut down our celebration, bro. Relax. But, hey, what's going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV. Happy Friday, people. How you feeling, man? It's Friday then. It's Saturday, Sunday. Ooh, ooh, it's Friday then. It's Saturday, Sunday. Dun, 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 dun. Come on! Oh, man. Champions League, baby. Champions League. I'm ready to come home. I'm ready to come home. I've had enough. No Europe. Forget this Brexit Arsenal, man. Get us back in Europe. I want to be back in the Champions League, people. I can't lie. I'm gassed today. Anyone else wake up feeling like you played the whole 90 minutes? My legs are tight. My arms are aching. I don't know what's going off. I feel like Lacazette this morning, man. I know that guy is shattered today, but hey, Shameless FC, we are back, people. We are back, and shameless and proud as well. Make no mistake about it. Let's get into the show today. Big up to each and every one of you, man. You scared me for a second, thought it was new merch. Nah, Thierry on resettings, man. Thierry on resettings. I've always rated him. I know, man. You know the emotion of being a football fan, man. It's a roller coaster, you know. For 89.5 minutes, I was calling Lacazette Mark Henry. I said he's washed up, he can't shoot. And then he scores, and then, you know, you're the hero. That's the way football goes, man. That is the way football goes. Penalty spot, Curtis still singing Love It. Laca, the best crosser in the Prem. Eros, big up Curtly and the crew. Big up to all the C unit. You know what it is, people. Omar said I had a sore throat and 3 hours sleep. Come on, man. Yo, adrenaline was running last night. I felt like I played the game. Free Pepe, free him, man. Let him run. Let him roam. Snake Eyes, bro, you were lit yesterday when we scored. Hey, man, it's the energy settings, man. Someone just said, let's go into Connor Cody mode. We're not even calling it Xhaka mode today. Let's go into Connor Cody mode because Connor got cooked late last night at the Emirates with that Scouse Brookside accent, mate. He got dealt with. So, yeah, man. We go into Connor Cody mode today. And Ketty will get his flowers, GF. Don't worry, player ratings. He'll get, you know, he'll get... Hey, where is it? Which way do I gotta look? This way. I'm coming home. I'm coming home. Tell the world I'm coming. Champions League, we're ready for you, baby. We're ready to get beaten 5-1 by Bayern Munich. I'm telling you, I'm ready for it, people. I'm ready. Never doubted Pepe. Come on, we're going to talk about Nico Rasclot, Pepe in full effect as well, man. That brother there, free the man. Free him. Let him play, man. Let him enjoy himself. Did you see all the smoke Arsenal fans were giving Neves on his Insta? Just leave him, man. Listen, let's be honest, man. The man probably wants to sign for us. Let's keep it 100. Ruben Neves probably wants to sign for Arsenal, man. You know what it is. Super Kevin Campbell. Come on, Kev. Hey, big up man like Kev in the chat. Yo, what a Friday feeling. The sun's out. Arsenal won. Wolves had to crawl back to Wolverhampton. Big up Kev, he said, boss, great result, plenty of fight at the Emirates, Lacazette. Yeah, we had a little, do you know what, we're going to talk about it in the player ratings anyway, but Lacazette, yeah, I'm going to have a lot to say about him today, but listen, man, one thing I can't disrespect about that guy, he never gives up, and you know, in the end, that's what got us the victory in the end. Big up Kev, man. Kev, if you're about in a bit, I can send you the link, let me know. If not, if you're about, we'll sort of show out maybe next week. Let me know, bruv, let me know. Big up Super Kev. Daniel, thank you for the super chat. Yesterday you promised to sing the Champions League theme if Arsenal won. Promises are promises unless you're Daniel Levy. Are you on Levy's? Hey, let me warm up first, man. I can't just, you know what I mean? I have to warm up first. I'll get there, man. Don't worry. I keep my promises. Big up Super Kev in the chat. Legend Kev, man. Big up Kev. Lacazette, boy, that brother got through some running yesterday. Kev said next week, 100%. There you go. Clip that, Ross. Make sure you're on here next week, Kev. Big up, man. Enjoy your weekend as well, bruv. Right. Let's get into a few things yesterday, man. Oh, what a night. What a night, people. Like, honestly, I could not sleep. I felt like I played the 90 minutes. It was an emotional roller coaster. Neighbours leaving the house this morning looking at me thinking, because I don't think they know that I do this YouTube streaming thing. We don't really talk to that apart from hello. And when they're seeing me coming out the house, like, they must think, what on earth is wrong with this guy we're living next to? I'm shouting down the house. Unbelievable, people, but it's worth it. It's worth it, man. It is worth it. Ahmad said, Ahmad, apologies. Let me get your super chat up. It's not coming up. Give my countryman Pepe respect. You lot ruined Gervinho, who was a good player, but he could feel the fan base on his back, and it ruined his confidence. Hey, Ahmad's coming in with smoke. Listen, I think Pepe is better than Gervinho. Gervinho just wasn't. Gervinho was, his performance has matched his hairline, to be fair. They were going further and further back. Kev said, it's the players, Curtis. Yo, I'm telling you, Kev, when the merch comes out, I may have to do that, you know, Kev's face with it's the players, you know, I'm telling you, Kev, it's the players, man, it's the players. Maybe he was right all along. One thing I wanted to show people before we got into the player ratings and we start looking at the game and things like that, right? I want people to understand this man's performance last night. I want people to understand that the general was back yesterday. The general was back yesterday. I've seen some people saying, Partey, how good did he play yesterday? Let me tell you now. I watched the game back this morning. Did my little review while I was eating my Weetabix. 90 minutes. 70 touches. 3 chances created. 91% pass accuracy. 6 duels won, the most on the pitch. 13 recovery tackles, the most on the pitch. 3 take-ons, the most. 2 fouls won. Don't get me wrong, first half, he was a little bit slow, as I think the whole team were. But second half, he bossed it. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't realise how much he bossed it till I watched the game back. Boss the game, man. That level, that's what we need from him. And I give Granite his flowers as well. He supported him. Partey, yo, and I'm telling you, not too many people are talking about Partey's performance yesterday. It went under the radar, even myself, until I watched it back. And I said, yo, the man's been... Yeah, man, he's been eating the proper hard food, man. Not no Indomie noodles this week. You know, man's on the jollof. Proper performance. The only thing, Thomas, right, we got to work on this shooting. I can't lie. Because RSPCA, they can't deal with this no more. Every time the man shoots, balls flying all over the North Bank roof, licking down the clock on the clock end. I don't know what's going off. But in terms of the performance, general settings yesterday, people. And I'm telling you now, not many people talking about it. So I wanted to bring this up because that was the Atletico Madrid Thomas Partey in that second half, people, because I didn't see no Ruben Neves. I didn't see Daniel Podence second half. First half, they were decent. Second half, bossed it. And I have to give Xhaka props as well because he did back him up and give him the supporting act. General Partey, man. Ghanaian excellence, man. Johnny said, Curtis, he made everything tick. Kev said, a phenomenal Partey. Second half, that's the level we need. We need that player on a consistent basis. One good thing about Thomas Partey, not getting injured half as much. I don't know if it's because we haven't got Europe anymore. I don't know if we've changed the way we deal with training, but he's not getting injured. Clement said, Bandu, Fufu, and Jollof rice settings. Trust me, man, get the hard food, bro. You'll be good to go. Brenazira's Guna, bless up, Curtis. Hope you're well, bro. Listen, man can't complain, man. We can't complain. Can you imagine if we actually get Champions League? I'll be out of control. They'll have to ban me from YouTube because the shamelessness will be out of control. It really will. John said, yo, yesterday was mad. I woke up the Utes and got a bollocking from the missus, but we all good now. What a win. I can't lie. I'm on the platform waiting for the train. Remember when, I think Laurie said that to me, didn't it? He said, have you boarded the train yet of Mikel Arteta? I said, boy, I've hopped the fence. I'm on the platform. I haven't bought a ticket yet. I'm considering whether to, you know, but listen, one thing I will say about Mikel Arteta, right, is I will not question his passion for this football club. I do believe he genuinely cares and loves Arsenal. That is one thing I won't question. He needs to get us to the promised land. You can see it on the green screen today. A little shameless, a little early, of course, but we need to get there, you know. Feeling good. 10 days till the next game. Let's enjoy it. We can enjoy the weekend of football and so on and so forth. Right, let's get the player ratings out the way. We'll do the Mikel Arteta press conference. We'll review the game overall a little bit as well. And I'll get your thoughts and opinions on the game. Salu said, I love your background. Champions League, here we come. Please just get us back in it, man, by any means necessary, people. But what a performance. I have to say, honestly, we go through a lot of pain as Arsenal fans. How many times have I sat here doing Arsenal therapy and we're moaning and I'm fuming? Those are the moments, those are the games that make it all worth it. And you got to enjoy that. You got to really lap that up. Don't let anyone else, don't let no Wolves player tell you you can't celebrate. We have to celebrate when we win them games. I don't care what no Wolves player says. We're not rivals with Wolves. I've been telling them that for 2 weeks. But listen, 26 shots, 5 on target, 56% possession. Wolves had 2 shots on target and 6 overall. Let's get into the player ratings. I've got some notes written down here. I've turned up prepared because a few of the players I genuinely wasn't sure what to give them. I watched the game back and I've kind of figured it out in my head what I'm going to give them. But, you know, I might need a little guidance from the community as well. So as we go through, chuck your player ratings in as well. And let me know what you think. Big up my brother Fran in the chat. Yo, community big stream earlier. Hit the likes for Curtis. Big up Fran. Hope you're well, brother. I listened to the end as I was in the car. But yeah, you were speaking a lot of sense. Although I didn't. A few of the ratings I saw a little different. But that's the beauty of football. And we'll get into it shortly, people. Don't forget as well, today's video sponsored by the guys at Spitch. Link in the description below. Good time to join today for your fantasy football over the weekend. You can win up to 70k. It's free to play if you're in the UK and Ireland. So download that link in the description and get following me on Twitch, people. We're nearly hitting 500. Probably going to get going next week, to be honest, on that one. Right, let's start off with Aaron Ramsdale. Aaron Ramsdale, for me, I'm going to be totally honest. He wasn't at his best yesterday. Wasn't at his best. Couple of sloppy kicks that he put out where I thought he was a little bit too laid back. However, one moment that I want to bring up, I've got notes here next to me. I'm not playing today, people. I'm really not. Hwang, second half, gets in, tight angle. If he scores and it's 2-0, I think Arsenal lose the game and we're doing Arsenal therapy right now. And I'm having an absolute meltdown. Clips his leg and goes wide. And for me, that moment keeps us in the game. He keeps us in the game with that moment. So for me, I'm going to give him a 6. I don't think he was at his best. I really don't. I'm going to give him a 6 purely for that moment. I think it would have been less if he didn't make that save because I don't think he was as good yesterday. But that save, if you watch it back, is absolutely vital. Hwang's in and a few I see on Amazon they were saying he could have done a little bit better on the goal. Does he get the ball taken round him too easy? I thought that was a bit harsh, but I'll give him a 6. Massive save, keeps us in the game, but definitely not his best performance in my opinion. Omar said he was hobbling first half. Penalty spot 6.5. Elliot gives him a 6, not vintage but not bad. South London's Finest gives him a 6, said he was sloppy. Jorge gives him a 6. Paul a 6. Lizard King 6.5. Romario 7. Nick gives him a 6.5. I think a 6 is fair, innit, really? I think a 6 is fair. And a few people saying this. He seemed injured. I didn't notice that. So let's hope there's no injury concern there for Ramsdale. Ramsdale was frustrated after the goal. Best keepers have to stay calm in them situations. It's the chip, says Tammy. He loves it. Let's go to Cedric Suarez at right back. Cedric Suarez. Listen, we're not the biggest fans of Cedric Suarez, let's be honest, but I thought he was okay yesterday. I thought he did fine, put in some good crosses. I keep saying, though, are they wasted on this Arsenal team? When you've got Lacazette up front, is it worth putting a high cross in against these big centre-halves? I thought Cedric was decent. I don't think he was spectacular, but I thought he was decent. I don't really remember him getting done. Defensively, going forward, I think he is actually... Do you know what? If I'm being honest, Cedric is probably better going forward than Tomiyasu, if we're being totally honest. I think Tomiyasu is a better defender. But going forward, Cedric does have quality. I'm going to give him a 6.5. I'm going to give him a 6.5. I thought he was solid without being spectacular. Some people say 7, some 6.5. Dangerous says 6.5. Pedro a 7. MD gives him 6.5 as well. Arsenal Queen gives him a 7. Malva gives him 6.5. Temp gives him a 7. James a 7. South London's finest can deliver a bad boy cross. Shame we haven't got a presence in the box. He gives him a 7. Superfan gives him a 6. Omar a 6. I think he did well. 6.5 may seem harsh, but I think he was solid without being spectacular. Like you said, imagine if we had Vlahovic or a Giroud kind of striker. He has got a lovely delivery, Cedric. So I give him a 6.5. Tempted to give him a 7, to be fair. But well, we'll stick there. Let's go to the other fullback, Kieran Tierney. He was all right, Tierney. Similar to Cedric, puts a lot of high crosses in that we don't make the most of. Got done a couple of times. I can't lie. A couple step overs got dropped on him. On the touchline, Semedo done him once as well. I'll give him a 6. I thought Cedric was better than him, if I'm being honest. And listen, I'm not going to say too much about him because I've been told that I'm being harsh on him. But I still don't think he's at his best. I really don't. I don't think he's at his best at the moment. What I'm happy is that he's not getting injured at the moment, although he did come off with cramp. I give him a 6. The more I think about it, the more I actually don't think he played that well, but I don't know. I'll give him a 6 and I won't say too much about it, to be honest. Semedo burst past him once or twice. Podence drifted past him a little bit too easy as well. But I'm in a good mood. I squeeze him a 6. If we'd have lost, I'd possibly be giving him lower than that. I can't lie, but I give him a 6. Let's keep it moving. Make sure you smash the like on the video as well. Subscribe as well. We're only about 65 subscribers away from 42k, so it'd be great if we could hit that today, people. And, another milestone as we move. Kieran Tierney, Dre said 6. Ollie said 5. He's been poor recently. Got done like a kipper, said Shibe, 5.5. I'm in a good mood. I give him a 6, but definitely not at his best. Let's do the two centre-backs. Let's start with Gabriel. I've hyped this guy. I've bigged him up. I've said he's one of the best centre-backs we've had in years. Something that he has to change with his game is his temperament. You are not in the boxing ring. You don't have to beat up every striker that you're playing against. He's overly aggressive at times. It's like he wants to show every striker, yo, I'm from the favelas. I'm stronger than you. I'm bigger than you. I'm badder than you. That's not what the best defenders are about. Go and watch Van Dijk, how he plays. He comes off the pitch, he doesn't break a sweat hardly. It's light work. You do your defending. Look after the ball. Don't worry about the player. The mistake is awful. Doesn't check his shoulder properly. He's too interested in having a scrap with Jimenez. Plays the ball back. Blind pass. And he is the luckiest player on that pitch that Arsenal picked up 3 points today. Simple as that. The team got him out of an absolute hole. Also, the chance that Hwang gets in the second half, where Ramsdale saves it, he runs off Gabby's shoulder. And Gabby doesn't pick him up. Gabriel, I've got to give him a low rating. I'm sorry. I'm giving him a 4.5. I thought that was one of the worst games I've seen him play. I mean, the one bit of credit I will give him, he makes a very good block from Neto in the second half. That ball's going in the bottom corner. And the ref doesn't even give the corner. But I think he has to keep his head. Stop trying to fight everyone. You don't have to defend like that, bro. I think he's a great defender. Doesn't make many mistakes, but that was a bad day at the office, and the team got him out of an absolute hole. 4.5 for Gabriel. As long as he learns from it, it's fine. If he keeps doing it, it's a big problem. South London's fine. He's poor. I think it's a Brazilian thing. Martinelli is the same. Too much fire. It may naturally be their temperament, but you have to curve that. You look at Thiago Silva now, how calm he is. With experience, hopefully he'll improve. We are doing the Carabao Cup final watch-along on Sunday. Make sure you tune in for that, peeps. 4.5 is harsh. Yeah, man, I'm harsh when it... Listen, he could have cost us the game. He cost us a goal, and he could have cost us a second goal. That, for me, is, that's bad defending. Ben White. Do you know what? Ben White, out of every single rating on the pitch, this was my most difficult rating to give in this game. I've gone on Twitter and I've seen people saying, what a centre-back, what a performance. And I've got to be honest, my initial feeling was he that good, really? I thought he was the better of the two centre-backs. Watched the game back this morning. He did some very clever things and a few things that were a bit lackluster for me. What I liked, I don't know if anyone noticed a couple of things yesterday. Connor Cody could have been one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Ben White dives. The ref gives a free kick. They would have been 3-on-2. And also the one where he trips over Jimenez as well and gets away with it. I don't mind them things. That's dark art settings. And in the second half, the reason I do give him credit is because he's not the most experienced of defenders either. And it would have been very easy for him to kind of collapse while Gabriel was sort of losing his head next to him. So I was a little bit unsure about what rating to give him. Did he play that well? Some people saying 7, 8, 5.5. He completely bossed it, says MD. Listen, I'm gonna be positive because we won. I'm gonna give him a 7. I'm gonna give him a 7 because we won. What I do like about him, he comes out with the ball. You know, at times some of our midfielders don't want the ball off him, and he is always looking to play. So I respect him for that. He definitely doesn't hide, and that's what we need. I give him a 7 for the dark arts. The dark arts gets him a 7. You know, first half, if Jimenez takes that second chance, simple ball between both centre-backs, and we're 2-0 down, and the game could have been over. But I give him 7 for the dark arts. Bumpy Johnson saying I'm hard. Man, no, yo, listen, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. Everything in football is fine margins. If Wolves take their chances, we're slaughtering this defence today. They miss them. Doesn't necessarily mean defensively we were brilliant. You know, so I'm not going to get carried away, but I give him a 7. I think that's respectful. Should have shown for Gabby for the goal we conceded. He gives him 6.5. A few people were saying that. Could someone have dropped back and allowed Gabby to just pass the ball to him? Pundit said back 4 all deserved a 5 and Gabriel a 4. Interesting. Rask saying 7.5. Eric gives him a 7. Let's talk about the midfield. Granit Xhaka. You know my feelings on Granit Xhaka. It's not the time to have this discussion. I thought he was solid yesterday. I thought second half, in general, Arsenal were better in the second half. First half, we're a little bit passive. I'm going to give Granit Xhaka 7 out of 10. I thought we won the midfield battle in the second half. I'm pretty sure, actually, as well. Forgive me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure Granit Xhaka didn't get a yellow card. Yeah, no Granit Xhaka yellow card. I mean, Granit Xhaka not getting a yellow card is a positive performance. 7 out of 10. I thought he was solid. Kept the ball ticking. Backed up Thomas Partey in the second half. No yellow card. And got on the ball and played a couple of nice passes. So I'm going to big him up. Thought Granit Xhaka had a good game. 7 out of 10. Penalty spot said 7. Danny said he didn't commit a foul. He gets an 8. No foul in the game. He must have had a bet on. Maybe someone walked into a bookmaker's and put 60 grand on. These player ratings are making me think we lost 5-0. No, man, listen, put things into context. The back 4 were not amazing and the goalkeeper wasn't. The more positive ratings will be for the attacking players. Forward player, Xhaka, 7.6. Man, I give him 0.6, you know. Yeah, I think a 7 is fair. I think a 7 is fair for Granit Xhaka. We are giving man a 7 for not getting a card. Listen, that's tongue-in-cheek. I actually think he played all right as well. Like O'Malley said, he was higher up the pitch and less likely to make mistakes because he's not under that same pressure. So Granit Xhaka, 7 out of 10. Thomas Partey, for me, second half, outstanding. First half, a little bit passive, as the whole team were, to be honest. Wasn't getting on the ball enough. The one negative of Thomas Partey, we all know what it is. This brother can't shoot. Do I respect the fact that he keeps shooting? Yes. Do I respect the fact that he keeps missing? No. And he doesn't just miss. Like, they go 10, 15 yards over the bar. They're bouncing in the top row of the North Bank. The brother cannot shoot. I'm still waiting to see him just slap one in the top corner. It's going to happen eventually. As I said, second half, I showed you the stats at the start of the game. I thought he was fantastic in the second half. He gets an 8 out of 10 for me. Absolutely bossed it. If he could start shooting a little bit better, You know, I may have given him an 8.5 or a 9, but I thought he was fantastic. Darren gives him an 8 out of 10. Simi said Partey was my man of the match. Bumpy gives him 8.9. Shaq a 7.5. Bossed the midfield second half. Matt gives Partey a 9. Man of the match. If we can get this performance for the next 15 games, we get top 4. Pedro gives him an 8.5. Could have been a 9, but the Pigeons complained. Gunnar Reacts gives Partey an 8. South London's finest. As I said before, I would be scared of him if he was doing a drive. Oh, I wouldn't be scared of him if he was doing a drive-by. Yeah, he'd miss. He'd put it well over. Chrissy saving his goal for Spurs. Let's hope so. Peter gives him an 8. Jay Dizzle gives him an 8. Abrima gives him an 8. Let's do the attacking 4. I'll start off with Bukayo Saka. Let's start off with Bukayo Saka. He was booked yesterday. Had a shot in the build-up to the goal. Again, I don't think Saka is at his best at the moment. I've got to be honest. I don't think he's at his best. But the thing with Saka now, what I've noticed, everybody's doubling up on him. Every single game now, he gets the ball, there's 2 defenders on him. And that's the respect level. That's because he had a big season last season. Now you kind of figure out how good somebody is after they've had that good season. What I love about Saka is the work rate is unbelievable. The second thing, he always seems to produce a moment, a shot, a goal. He does something that always gets us something. You know, his run and shot in the build-up to that second goal, it was that driving run that got us going. I'm going to give Saka a 6.5. I'm going to give him a 6.5. I think he was a little bit more productive than our other winger, Martinelli. But I still think he can go up a level. Is he tired? Does he need a break? We're only playing 1 game a week and we're having a lot of breaks. So I don't think the manager will rest him. But give me your ratings, people. Shibe said Saka, standard 6. South London's finest, 6.5. I gave him 6.5. Simi, Saka, a 6. He's tired. Temp said 7 for me. Man can't live with him. Dangerous D, 6.5. Gunman Khan, 6. He was poor, but he will improve. Pundit, 7.5. Always lively and dangerous. Biggest threat in the team every week. KP, 6. Omar, 6. Kazarai said 6.5. Nick, 7.5. Numar, a 6.5. And Mike said he's playing predictable. Gabriel Martinelli on the other wing. I'm a big fan of Martinelli, but I do not think he performed in this game. As I said to Laurie as we spoke about it after the game, I think he has to learn to play at more than 1 speed. He's very much like 100 miles an hour player, and sometimes you got to slow the game down and learn to do something at a slower pace. I thought he was unproductive in this game. I got to be totally honest. I don't want to give him a negative rating, but I just don't think he played well. I really don't think he played well yesterday. I'm going to give him 5.5 yesterday for Martinelli. I don't like giving them kind of ratings when we've won. He did work hard. But it wasn't productive enough. It really wasn't. It didn't happen for him yesterday. Greg, thank you for your super chat. Just felt like giving you legends a big up. Still buzzing from last night. Appreciate that, bro. Big up to all the Gunners. Big up to everyone tuning in. But listen, Gunners, we have to lap that up last night. Dre gives him a 5. Counter-attack specialist. Again, is that what his game is more suited to? A team that springs counter-attacks rather than a team that's trying to dominate possession. David, 5. Played like Alexis at Man U. Temp gives him a 6. 6 for 100 kilometers an hour, said Kavash. Allow the boy. Listen, I think he's a top player, Bumpy. You know I do. I rate him highly, but I just don't think he had a good one. Work rate, brilliant. Yeah, we've had to add 0.5s, Caps, man. That's the only way. Sometimes, you know, when I'm hammering someone, you give him the 0.5, it sounds a little better. 5.5 for Gabriel Martinelli. Let's talk about Martin Odegaard. He was awarded man of the match by the Arsenal website yesterday. According to the stats, he covered more ground than any player on the pitch yesterday. 12.02 kilometers. I thought yesterday, again, and listen, you know me, I haven't always been his biggest fan. I rate him as a player. I didn't always rate his production level. I thought he was fantastic. I thought he was absolutely fantastic. The kid can play. Kid can play. He never hides. The ball he plays over the top for Eddie Nketiah. and then Eddie pulls it back for Pepe. I mean, that is magic. That is Mesut Ozil. Forget Martin Odegaard. That's Mesut Ozil. And even the second goal plays the little 1-2 with Pepe. Pepe to Laca. Bish, bash, bosh. I thought he was fantastic. I really did. I thought he was brilliant. I'm going to give him 8.5. I'm going to give him 8.5. He's looking like an absolute snip at £30 million. I've got to be honest. Always rated him as a player. Wasn't sure whether he was productive enough at the start of the season. But I think he's settled into English football and he knows what's required now. Constantly gets between the lines. Always looks like he's got time and space on the ball. Always tries to play the forward pass. Not on this El Neni backwards business. He's vital to this team. Absolutely vital. The way Arteta wants to play, Martin Odegaard is absolutely vital to this team. Give me your numbers, people. Pundit, Odegaard 8, class as always. We'll see the best of him when we get a proper striker. 100% agree. Imagine if he had a runner playing on the shoulder with a lot of pace as well, and he could play that little ball what he played for Eddie Nketiah. You'll see an even better player. Gonna react, Odegaard 8.5. Graham said Odegaard 9. Man of the match. When he plays well, the whole team play well. Agree. Imran 8. Had a shot off the bar. Little bit inside, it would have been a beauty. I didn't even realise at the time it hit the bar. Alvin said 9 out of 10. MN gives him 9. Dr. Domino 9. Pepteta 9. Chris said has to be a 9 for me. Man was fantastic. Odegaard 7.5. Jorge. Karan said 9 out of 10. Creative ideas are ridiculous and worked his cojones off. A runner like Aubameyang said fits now. Don't get the people them triggered, you know. He scored yesterday as well, but we don't talk about him. I think I have to stop talking about him. Bumpy gives him a 9.5. Listen, one thing's for sure. Odegaard was absolute class yesterday. It's between him and one other player for me for man of the match. A player we're going to get to in a couple of players' time. Alexander Lacazette. I mean, what can I say? I think I'm going to have to go on the bigger screen for a second. I mean, Laca. What do I say about Lacazette that I haven't already said about him last night? I had quite a lot to say about Lacazette last night for various reasons that I felt were justified at the time. Sometimes you look back after the game and you go, oh man, I've annihilated him there. Do I owe him an apology? Laca, you know, hands up, respect, bro. You know what I mean? You've got a good beard. And listen, one thing I'll say about Alexander Lacazette, the boy never gives up. You know, I was saying he should have been taken off, and he never stops. I'm going to say a couple of things before we discuss the rating. Do I think Lacazette played really well yesterday? No, I don't. So I'm not going to come here and start capping. I'm really not. I'm not going to cap. I don't think that Lacazette played particularly well last night, right? I honestly don't. He worked hard. I've said many times, I'm not one of these players or people that runs around throwing compliments on players for working hard. You're in the Premier League. You're on 170 grand a week. I don't think you should run around saying, oh my God, you work hard. That to me should be the bare minimum, right? But he didn't give up. He didn't give up. The sad thing is, he's not been awarded the goal. The Premier League have taken the goal off him this morning. It was a Sarr own goal, the goalkeeper. So Lacazette still hasn't scored in however many games. However, everything deserves balance, and we have to be positive. Whether that was his goal or not, it was his shot that was deflected that went in. Great little 1-2 with Pepe as well. And he led like a captain. I have to say, he showed real leadership yesterday. Lacazette gets a 7 out of 10 for me, right? Now, I want to see your ratings as well, because you may be... Some people are saying, Lacazette, amazing, give him 8, 9 out of 10. But I'm still going to be totally real. I'm not going to cap. I do not think he had a great game. I love the personality. I love the leadership. And I love the spirit never to give up. He wasn't having a great game. He could have put his head down and sulked and got taken off. So I'm going to give him a 7 because of the moment. This could be one of them moments at the end of the season if we are sitting in this old, You know, this thing here, this Champions League, will go that Wolves game, that moment, 95th minute, Lacazette. So Lacazette, for me, gets a 7 out of 10. Do I still think we need a new striker in the summer? 100%. Would I let Lacazette go in the summer? Yes, I would. I still think we should move on from him. Does he have a big role to play between now and the end of the season? Absolutely, he does. Fair play to him. It's a shame he didn't get awarded the goal because I think he just needs that. But however, he's feeling so positive, I'm sure it won't change him that much. Give me a ratings, people. Christian said a 7 is fair. Stefano said 6.5. Yardman says 8. Nick said 6.5. Lacatecas. Nimbo said Laca gets a 7 for the cross. The Mark Henry of strikers gets a 6, says Omar. Temp said Laca blood clot set my brother. 8 out of 10. Chris said it's the tweets, Curtis. You know what? This thing seems to happen that anytime I criticize a player on Twitter during a game, they end up scoring. I called Ronaldo the Portuguese Benteke, then he scored the winner. I called Messi the Argentinian Ryan Fraser, then he bent it top corner. Last night I called Lacazette Mark Henry. I said Aubameyang's just scored against Napoli and we've got Mark Henry up front. He then scores and yeah, so it's the tweets. It's the tweets. Jason said 7 and that's being generous. Chris said 6 for Darren Bent. Orange says 9.5. Man of the match. Sit down, haters. See, I think that's too much. But I respect your opinion, you know. Jake One, big up, bro, said, great channel. What a game. I promised my girl the blue kit if we won. Next day delivery settings, man. You better get that there tomorrow if they deliver on the weekend. This Fraser slander never stops. Chris, hey, man. I'm sorry, man. Arsenal actually nearly signed him at one stage as well, to be honest. 8 for me. Keep doing that to our players. Yeah, if you see me dissing them on Twitter, just know it's reverse psychology, people. Right, let's talk about the subs. First of all, Nuno Tavares. We're just gonna skip Nuno Tavares. Not in a disrespectful way. He came on for a few minutes. Only had the ball a couple times. Standard, 5.5. Didn't do anything wrong, but I think he was only on for about 5 minutes. So 5 for the dog man. But let's talk about the other 2 subs, and we need to have a conversation about these guys. Edward and Nketiah. Eddie, man. Eddie. I actually, you know what, mate? You deserve some credit. I'm telling you now, that guy deserves some credit. He came on. And he was an absolute live wire. And I'll even go as far to say, along with Pepe, he actually changed the game. He was quick. He sets up the first goal. I listen, Eddie, you deserve props, mate. That is what you want substitutes to do. That is what you want. I'm telling you, Sherman. That was some proper nutty professor settings. Eddie, man, I got to give you your props, bro. That is a proper impact change from Eddie and Nketiah. Can't score, but linked up well. I'm going to give him a 7.5. I'm going to give him a 7.5. I thought he came on. Great little reverse pass. Great run. What a ball from Martin Odegaard. That is brilliant. It wouldn't surprise me now if he's having a meeting with Arteta today about a new contract. You know, he'll be foaming at the mouth today. I give him a 7.5. Thought he did really well when he came on. Lovely little pass. Eddie thought Wolves were in the Championship. Oh, my days. Chris said I'm harsh. What would you give him? 7.5? We're around there. 7.5? Eddie didn't call you for the assist, I'm telling you. Right, let's talk about Nico Ras Clark Pepe. I absolutely loved it. Man said no Sherman, more put it low. Let's talk about Nico. I mean, I'm sorry, right? I'm getting gassed today. I'm giving Pepe man of the match. I'm sorry, I am. Maybe I've been caught in the hype, but I can't. He's getting man of the match. The overall man of the whole game in terms of 90 minutes for me is probably Odegaard, right? Ran the most, created. You were superb. But this man changed the game. If he doesn't come on, we're having Arsenal therapy right now, and I'm having an absolute meltdown. Changes the game. The goal He makes it look so easy, people. Into his feet, spins him, bottom corner. The second one, little 1-2, lovely way to pass, Lacazette, boom. Now, I don't know if anybody's seen the report from Mikel Arteta that Pepe was up till 3:30 the previous morning as his wife was giving birth to their second child. And Mikel Arteta said he got a message from Pepe like, listen, you can have a day or two off if you want. And the man said, no, I want to come and help the team. It's only right, people. It's only right. I have to change the green screen momentarily. I'm looking. I'm with you. We're looking for a man. Where they at? Man said, nah, she's given birth. I'm ready to go. Knowing that you're going to sit on the bench. He could have easily said, why, man? Wife's just given birth. They're going to bench me anyway. Let me chill, man. Have the day off. Man said, listen, let me come and sit down on the bench. I'm tired. I've been up all night. I'm emotional. The first goal is brilliant. I think he's one of the best finishers at the club. I really do. You've got to get him in goal-scoring positions. To get the best out of this guy, you have to play him in a certain manner. And it's if we're good enough to play him in that manner. You saw towards the end of the game where he was tracking Neto and he let Neto run down the line and Neto nearly scored. That's the side of his game that he has to work on and improve to get the most and get himself in this team, because Arteta wants them all to work like that. Get him around the penalty area and he can cause damage. 1 goal, 1 assist, great performance, 9.5 out of 10. Happy Friday, people. Nico Ras, Clark, Pepe. In terms of a substitute impact in 19 minutes, you can't do much more than that. You really can't do much more than that. You know, fantastic performance. And it's time for him to get game time. That boy Random said only credit he's getting is a phone topple. Hey, I'm not even slandering him today. I'm not even slandering Eddie today. I really not. Do you know the interesting thing about Pepe? Sometimes in football, when you come off the bench and have a big impact, the fan base will all think, right, he's come off the bench, he's played great, he needs to start the next game. But sometimes the manager will think, actually, he's a brilliant player to bring off the bench. You've seen that with Emile Smith-Rowe. He keeps scoring, but he's kept him on the bench because it's like, oh, actually, he's great to bring on. So now the question becomes, does Pepe start the next game, or does he just be that impact player? Now, for me, the first question is, Pepe has to play more. So there's been games where Pepe hasn't even come off the bench, or you're bringing him on for 7-8 minutes. That's not enough. He's a quality player, 72 million. He's clearly got talent. I think he's one of the best players you could bring on when you need a goal. I would say the next game, Watford at home, Watford I think they're second or third bottom. I would potentially bring him in for that game. I can't lie. He's had a good AFCON. The manager said he looks sharp in training. He said he's seen a different side to him. I thought Martinelli was poor yesterday. I really did. Smith-Rowe's obviously got this illness. Watford at home, I think this could be a chance to get Pepe back in the team and give him a chance. You're right. Is it away? Oh, Watford away. I thought it was at home. But still, we shouldn't be scared of him. I think he should start the next game. I really do. I'm not sure who you take out. Do you give Saka the rest, or do you give Martinelli the rest? I feel at this time, the manager will not rest Saka. I think Saka will play every game between now and the end of the season that he's fit. I know a lot of you are saying they give Saka a rest, but I just don't think this manager will rest him. Curtis, can you tweet calling Marcus Rashford the next Dele Alli? Nah, we have to save them tweets for Arsenal, man. Snake Eye said, Big C, we can bring him off the bench, but give him time, say 30 minutes, not 7 or 8. Rest both, play Pepe and ESR. No need to rest Saka. I think we have this general feeling, don't we, that Saka is tired, but in reality, we're not even playing that much football. We had a 2-week break. They went to Dubai for 2 weeks. We had another 10-day break after playing Wolves. We've now got 9 days off until the next game. So what is the reason that Saka is that tired? I'm really not sure. Let's do Arteta's player rating as well. Do you know what, Davey? I agree with that. I'm going to give him an 8.5 because I think he picked the right team, to be honest. Obviously, I had no choice with Smith Rowe, Tomiyasu. Pepe's been up all night. It's probably not right to start him. I felt Pepe could have come on earlier, but who cares? He came on, he made the impact. I give him a lot of credit. He changed the formation and went to 2 up front, which I think made a massive difference, because when you've got 2 strikers playing against 3 at the back, the numbers are not great in favour of that defence. And I thought with Eddie making the runs, it made life easier for Lacazette as well. And then you had Pepe drifting, Odegaard drifting. They couldn't live with us. I'm going to give him an 8.5. I thought he got it spot on. You know, that 3-5-2, I thought finished Wolves. They couldn't live with our attack. And it felt like in that last 10 minutes that we were going to get goals. So, listen, Arteta, as I say all the time, people, sometimes people say you've got an agenda against Arteta. No chance. I want the best for Arsenal Football Club. It's a roller coaster when you support this club. And if we're winning, if we're playing well, if he's building something, he will get my full support. When we're playing poor and we're struggling and we're not in Europe and we're getting knocked out of cups, then he will be criticised fairly. So listen, 8.5. Keep going. Let's take it game by game and let's see what happens. We have got 9 days now until our next game at Watford. So good chance for the team to, you know, rest, because that game will have taken a lot out of them. Let's get some of your comments. OGD, hey, big up, bro. Arteta, 8.5. I'm shameless with it. 100%. Listen, man. Why do you think you see me? I put them clips up on that of that Lacazette reaction, because I just own it. I know I'm shameless with it. We're football fans. We're supposed to be shameless. You know, we're all shouting at the TV, get Lacazette off. He's a waste of time, missing chances. We should have kept Aubameyang. He's not good enough. When Lacazette scores, we're jumping up and down, shouting his name. You know how it goes, man. That's football, man. That is football, people. That is football. You know, just own it at the end of the day. I don't mind. As long as we're winning, as long as we're good, then, you know, it's all fun and games, people. So life's serious enough. We got to at least enjoy football, haven't we, and have a laugh. Christian, appreciate your super chat, said Pepe is a true danger man. Arteta has to rehabilitate one of these relationships. A manager needs balance. He's shown he can be tough. Now show you can put your arm around a player and get him going. And you know what? I think you made a great point there. We now know we know you're tough. We know you're a tough guy. You battered up Aubameyang. You battered up Mesut Ozil. You battered up Guendouzi. We know now you've got that strong arm. I want to see that. Put your arm around someone. Get them on the training ground. Get the best out of them. Pepe just looks like a player to me that needs someone to put their arm around him. Tell him, listen, I think you're a really good player. Let's work on it. Let's get the best out of you. I want your future to be here. Because let's be honest, if Pepe leaves this club in the summer, we're not even getting half of what we paid for him. We paid 72. So that means 36 million for him. We're not getting 36 million for him. So what's the point? I would rather try and, like you said, rehabilitate Pepe. Because I believe there's a player there. I really believe there's a player. He's very different to any of our other wingers. So let's see. I think he's got a big role to play between now and the end of the season. It's just, is Arteta thinking he's playing well, get him in the team? Or is he thinking he's playing well, he's brilliant to bring off the bench? And that is the interesting thing with Nicolas Pepe. Herb said, why go and spend on Rafinha when we have a solid winger in Pepe? I just think Pepe, if he was at another club that suits his style, he might be a player that we'd be looking at and going, yo, we should look at that Pepe. Because he's a goal scorer. He scored 16 goals for Arsenal last season without even regularly starting. Now, I know 6 of them were in the Europa League, but he still scored 10 in the Premier League without even being a main starter. Erico said, I told you to trust the process, Curtis. We need a striker to bang in the goals. Lacazette is giving his everything. It just ain't to the level we are aiming for. Yeah, listen. What I will say, last night for Arsenal was absolutely brilliant. I was buzzing all night. I still feel great now, you know. There's a long way to go. There is still a long way to go. We've got bigger and more difficult games where, you know, they're not going to let you off the hook. In the way that Wolves miss big chances, if that's Liverpool, they're scoring those chances. So there's still a lot to learn. Do you reckon Martinelli should start playing centrally? Possibly. We've spoken about it a few times. Pepe in a suitable team scores 20. I think he could. I think he's capable of scoring 20 goals. He's a goal scorer. Elijah said, big up Big C, not being funny, but it does sound a lot like an agenda when you go on about waffle settings and Lego head. Just saying, come on, man, we have to bring some light to the situation, man. He does waffle. I don't care. He waffles. I ain't backing down from that. And the Lego head thing, man, that's been running since he was a player. I'm telling you, when I was at Arsenal, man, you say, yo, he's got like a Lego haircut, man. That's fun and games, man. He can take that, I'm sure, man. But I hear you, Elijah. But respectfully, man, you're wrong. But yeah, respectfully. Cal said, my brother and I played university basketball here in Canada. My brother is like Pepe. If you yell at him or try to bully him, he turns off. Yeah, you just got to put your arm around him. Say, listen, come on, man. You're a baller. Let's go. You know what I mean? Let's go. Right, let's get into waffle settings. I'm owning it, man. It's waffle settings. Lego head, cone man music. Let's go. It's all fun and games, people, man. Enjoy it, man. Mickey Ross in the building. Press conference reaction. Let's hear what he had to say. Let's go. Man said that was Arteta's YouTube account. You got to own it, man. You just got to own it. Pep Teta, C unit. Big up, bro. Scott said, Big C, we have 3 games in 6 days, one of which against Liverpool. We will need Pepe. 100%. Get the syrup ready, people, even if it offends people. Waffle settings in the building. Mickey Ross this Friday. The Teflon Don. Arteta on the win celebrations and the top 4. Look, man's like a traffic director. Who's he telling? You go up there, you go over there, you know? Mikel, but it was a good night at the office for the Gunners, man. What am I looking for here? Where's the press conference? Right. Mikel Arteta was a happy man. In fact, before I get into this, let me just scroll down. That's not too bad, actually. That's not too bad. Usually I'm scrolling for about 20 seconds before it ends. Right. We'll discuss bits and bobs. Keep getting your comments in. Lighten up, Eli. Yeah, man, we won, man. Relax, man. Cone man music, man. You have to embrace it. You know what I mean? It's reality. Subscribe if you're new, people. Less than 100 away from 42k. Big up South London's finest. Always supporting, man. 2,000 people watching. Can we at least 1,000 likes, man? We just scored a 95th minute winner, people. That's got to be worth a like. Subscribe. Make sure you download Spitch and follow me on Twitch. Link in the description. Get that up to 500 today if possible. Right, let's get into it, people. Let's get into it. Mikel Arteta was a happy man after we turned around a half-time deficit to beat Wolves, close the gap to the top 4. On the win, he said it was a great one, winning at the end against a really good team who, once they are ahead, are extremely difficult to beat. They haven't lost a game after going ahead since 2018, where we kept pushing. I think the attitude, spirit, quality, the energy that the players put in to fight and go and win the match was phenomenal. It created a great atmosphere and synergy with our fans. It was great to win it in that way. Couple of the people who I share the tickets with and whatever when I don't go, he said to me last night, he said that's the most he's seen. He said it's the biggest goal celebration he's seen at the Emirates since Danny Welbeck against Leicester when he scored that last minute header. And that's, you know, there's starting to be a belief around the football club, you know, so that's great. I love the fact that the fans are really buying into it, and let's hope we get there, man. On the players' celebrations, he said, I encourage them to celebrate every victory. You can tell how difficult it is in this game to win football matches. Our supporters are the same. Every time we win, we should celebrate, because when you lose or draw, you know the faces are sad. Listen, I don't care what any Wolves player is trying to tell, man. As I tell people, Wolves are not our rivals. They're trying to build some sort of rivalry with Arsenal. We ain't your rivals, bruv. Your rivals are them teams up in the West Midlands, you know, West Brom and Villa and that. We ain't their rivals. We're levels above Wolves in terms of stature. So don't have no Ruben Neves telling man we can't celebrate. Celebrate in front of them shamelessly as well, you know? So, yeah, man, I ain't hearing that. Celebrate. Enjoy, man. Enjoy. Tomiyasu's injury, said, yeah, it was the other calf. He came back, was completely fine in training. Then he felt the other calf. This is an issue because he's professional. He's giving everything. See, he's got 2 injuries now in both calves, which is not good. Muscular injuries can be difficult to recover from. So I hope he's back for the Watford game. But the one thing I will say, I would like to think we could get away with him not playing against Watford. So let's hope we're all right. Know your place, Chihuahuas, man. Hey, Wolves FI, man, was in here yesterday going, yeah, Wolves in the top 6, blah. First time since this. I never saw him after the game, and I have not seen him today. So them Chihuahuas have disappeared quietly today. Arteta on our top 4 hopes. He said it pulled us a little bit closer. 1 game less and 3 points. 13 games to go. Now it's about Watford. I think it's about belief. We should keep playing that way, the way we are playing. The energy and synergy with our fans to create a special atmosphere where people don't want to come and play against Arsenal. Hey, big up my bro DG in the chat. Smash the likes, folks. Make sure you subscribe to him. I'm sure you are. Big up, bro. Yo, it was a heavy night last night, man. I feel like I was raving all night, bro. But that's what we do it for, man. That's what we do it for. You have to enjoy the wins, man. Big up DG each and every time, man. I'm going to skip through this pretty quick on whether these kind of nights can be defining. He said, against the opponents that are up there in the table, it's important to win those matches. At the end of the day, it's a 6-point match. We've done it against them twice in the last 14 days, and it is important. This race is going to be a long one. We know we have to be conscious of that. Now we have to prepare, forget about what we've done and start training. Man got a nice little shot in on... man got a nice little stray shot on... Wolves there, just to let them know, man. You man was time wasting, trying to play all them funny games, putting up. Yeah, Jimenez is coming off number 9. Then Jimenez, let's change the number and take Podence off. They know what they was doing. How ironic was it that Wolves? This is what's so funny. There was going to be 4 minutes added on. Wolves then time wasted, put the number 9 up, then changed their mind to number 10. The 4th official then put 6 minutes time added on, and we score in the 95th minute. I mean, if that not football karma at its finest, then I don't know what is. That is absolutely a thing of beauty. So I don't mind Arteta sending some stray shots at Bruno Lage, man. He tried to come with them funny tactics, man. You know what I mean? Big up Kev. Kev said attitude matters with Pepe, Curtis. Yeah, it does. And I think he's showing that he's up for the fight. I think a lot of people have questioned Pepe's attitude, and I think he's showing I'm about that life. Could have stayed in the hospital with his wife and said, I'm tired. I'm going to be on the bench. I won't bother. Turned up, knew he was going to be on the bench. Long night. And handled business, and that's what we want to see. Graham said, Curtis, that Wolves fan was on another Arsenal stream yesterday morning and other football shows. He ain't been heard since the final win. We ain't going to see. I told them, man, you see the title. Pepe turns them Wolves into puppies, fam. They're done now. We don't want to hear about Wolves for the rest of the season. Deluded said, the show continues. More Ray, my guy. Hey, come on, man. We got to get a show done. Real talk, we got to get a show done. Maybe next week's a quiet week, really, innit? We don't play till Sunday, I think. So, yeah, man, let's get it sorted, man. We need you on here, man. Big up yourself, DG. 100%, man. 100%. Shafron, appreciate the super chat. Curtis and DG sort out the link up. Not. Come on, man. Come on. Has to. We got to get the partnership back, man. Here he is. Look at him, BMT. Oh, relax yourself, man. Relax, man. Hey, man, big up each and every time, though, man. Let me move through this quick. On the importance of this result for getting in the top 4, we don't know because we're not there yet. When we are there, I will tell you how important it is. Today, what is important, we focus on playing better, maintain that capacity as a team. Let me skip through. On Nicolas Pepe's impact, he said, I told you last week, I see a different Nico. I don't know. It's his energy, his happiness, his all-round play, and how he's training. I was convinced that he could come in and do something for the team. Listen, sometimes in life, in football, the penny drops. Sometimes the penny drops. And I've been in this position myself, people, where you believe in yourself, you're doing everything right, and you just think, this manager's got something against me personally. I don't know what it is, but he's just not having me. We've said it the whole time. Arteta's not having him. But on the flip side, sometimes in life, you've got to look at what that manager requires from you. You got to remember, Arteta never signed Pepe. He didn't go and pick him and say, go and get me Pepe. He adopted him when he walked into the club. So he's got to do what Arteta wants to get in the team. This is what football is about. And I've found that out in football before the hard way. Yeah, I am what I am, and the manager don't like it. So, bun that brother. You know what I mean? But sometimes you got to say, he picks the team. He's in control of my career. He's going to dictate whether I'm in the starting lineup. And it seems like, and we've said this before, Arteta wants them man that will run through brick walls in training. He wants people to train like they play. And the general feeling has been that Pepe is a very laid-back character, and maybe Arteta doesn't buy into that. It looks like he's gone to AFCON, his spirit's lifted, he's had a child, he's probably settled off the pitch now, he's been in the country a few years, starting to learn English better, and maybe he's just focusing. Listen, he's 26. You haven't got, lots and lots of time in football. You've got to grab opportunities. So maybe the pennies drop with Pepe. I've always said I believe there's a talented player there. I definitely think there is. It's positive to see. Papa Pepe was floating. Change of formation gave Wolves defence big problems. I mean, this is what I said, man. I had to give Arteta his flowers. That 3-5-2, they didn't know what was going off. You got Odegaard between the lines. You got Pepe drifting off the wing. You got Nketiah making runs in behind. You got Laca in between. They couldn't cope with us. We swarmed them at the end. Saka on the left. It was mad. Got to give Arteta props for that tactical change. It finished them. Richard said Pepe needed game time. AFCON got him sharp. Hope Arteta keeps playing him. He's the only natural goal scorer we've got. It's a good point. He's probably... I think he's one of the best finishers at the club when he gets in them goal-scoring positions. On Lacazette's performance, he said, when I see our striker in the 85th minute chasing a fullback in the corner flag, winning the ball back, playing, going, fighting, missing a chance, missing 2 chances, going again, what can I do? I can only praise him and try to help him as much as possible and give him support. At the end, he got the reward. For me, it's Lacazette's goal. And listen, we spoke about it earlier in the player ratings. I give Lacazette full credit for his attitude, his will to get that goal. It's sad the Premier League have announced this morning it's not Lacazette's goal. They've given it as a Sarr own goal, the goalkeeper. So, unfortunately, still only 3 goals. But make no mistake about it, it's his contribution that leads to us winning that game. We just got to do what we can with Lacazette between now and the end of the season. We've got Watford next, man. He just needs a goal, a penalty, a tap-in. He needs something. And hopefully, we might, if we can get 6-7 goals out of him between now and the end of the season, then so be it. I've always loved Lacazette's attitude. However, if I'm going to be a little bit harsh, we play our next game next week. Next week will be March. Lacazette has 3 league goals. 3 league goals in March in a season that finishes in May is not good enough. So for me, we need Lacazette to perform between now and the end of the season. He's clearly a quality leader and very popular. The goal production has always been the issue. If Lacazette was banging goals in, he would have been incredible for Arsenal. That is the thing that slightly holds him back if we're keeping it 100. But certainly doesn't shy away. Zach said, I think he's going to score against Watford. I hope so. I said that against Burnley, I said that against Brentford. So it's got to happen eventually. On where our current resilience is coming from, he said, I think it's from the environment and the chemistry, the trust they have, their belief in their teammates, the staff and the coaching. When that happens, they know to try and find a way in a positive way and the outcome they want. And that's what it's all about. There's clearly a great belief amongst the camp. They look like a lot of the players get on as well. King said, the Premier League done Laca dirty. If that's me, I'm claiming it. Listen, they've got no emotional attachment. The strike wasn't on target, so they're not going to give it him. If it was down to us, of course, we'd give it him. He needs it. But it is what it is, isn't it? Carl said Pepe is the best finisher we have. I think there's an argument for that. I really do. I think if he had... You would probably say if he had the most clear-cut chances, he may be the one that would score the most. But we'll have to see. And whether the current situation in Ukraine makes it hard to focus on football. Listen, man, obviously, thoughts and prayers go out to anyone who's affected by that, anyone who's got family out there, this, that, the other, terrible. I see today they've taken the Champions League from St. Petersburg. It'll be in Paris. So, yeah, terrible. He said it was difficult. Spoke to players about it before the game. Life changes in a moment. It can affect you and your family. The uncertainty has to give us an understanding of how lucky we are to do what we do. Here, 100%. Final question, quite a short one. Whether it's time for Pepe to step up and become a regular. He said he's on the right path, and when you're able to do that and contribute to the team, you're going to get more minutes. The more minutes you have, you need to make the most of them in training every single day and show what you can do. It has the ability to do it, that's for sure. And I think that's a good way to end the press conference. And clearly, sometimes, you just need to build an understanding with your colleagues, whether that's your manager, whether that's your teammates. He seems a very reserved character. From a few people I've spoke to, they say he's very quiet. Obviously didn't speak English fluently when he first came, and I think now he's probably building up a bond and he feels more comfortable. And like I said, I'm just hoping the penny's dropped, because we don't want him to just leave, and we'd probably get 20-25 million for him. That's not great for Arsenal. It's not good business. He's 26. I still believe there's a player there. Let's hope we can get the best out of him. Just the language that Arteta is using, he seems a lot happier with what he's seeing. There's got to be something that has changed in the way he's training and his personality. Let's get some comments in before we round up, people. 2,000 of you still in the chat. Make sure you lick down that like button. What a Friday, man. What a Friday. Pepe always turns up in this part of the season. I hope he will play and show his talent. You're right. Last season, finished the season strong. Year before was the FA Cup season. He finished it brilliant. Reem said, go on, Pepe. Like he said, he's got the ability to do it for sure, 100%. Gun Love said, was that Lacazette's first 90 minutes? And that's funny, because I said that the other day. He usually always gets taken off. It'll be interesting. I actually don't know whether that was his first, but I know most games he gets taken off. And at the start of the season, most games he was starting on the bench, obviously, when Aubameyang was here. So, yeah, man, we have to... I'm sure he'll be tired this morning, that's for sure. It's a shame he wasn't given the goal. Ram Kamar said, Big C, Pepe has to step up behind the scenes. Remember, even Emery would drop him now and then. Yeah, you're right. I like the fact the other day he put up a video of him running. And now, even though that doesn't mean a great deal, I think you just hope now is that focus kicking in. Do you know something that was massive yesterday? That, again, not many people have spoken about. Pepe scores that goal, and what's the first thing he does? He runs and he grabs the ball. Doesn't celebrate, doesn't go sliding off on his knees, doesn't jump in the crowd, 82nd minute, gets the ball, does his little thing for his baby. Baby's been born, yeah, big up, respect, get back. That tells you his mentality. He wants to win. Wants to get the 3 points. Get back. No point getting hyped up. Let's go and get the points and then celebrate. And I love that. I thought that was very necessary. We've seen before how, we haven't taken that opportunity, and we spent too much time celebrating. So I loved it. I think you're going to see a reborn Nicolas Pepe. Couple more stories to get into before we get out of here. A bit of transfer news. This one, listen, we've spoken about this guy the other day, but I'm just going to quickly go through it. I don't believe this one for a second. We spoke about it the other day. The Independents say Arsenal have been offered the chance to sign Atletico Madrid star João Felix. According to the report, Atletico want to sign Antoine Griezmann back on a permanent this summer. He's on loan at the moment. They want to raise money, and they feel that João Felix's time is up. Now, the way he played the other day, the fact he started ahead of Griezmann and Luis Suarez, I'm still not sure whether that's true. I don't know. It's in the Independent. I think he's an absolute baller. I always have. It doesn't hit the back of the net that much. I couldn't see him coming to Arsenal. I think, as Darren says, I've always said he's made for Man City. He'd be the ideal false nine for Pep Guardiola. But listen, I think we can all see that Arsenal need a striker, and I think we can all see that depending on the competition we're in next season, will probably dictate the level of striker that we can get. If we're in the Champions League, we can go for the top strikers that are available. If not, then unfortunately we'll be looking for some different ones. So we'll have to see with that one. But a very good player. But I'd just be surprised if they let him go. Shibe said he's another Laca. Agent probably after another contract yet. Man City's trying to build an all João starting 11. I think with them, they're probably looking at Haaland, aren't they? So João Felix may go elsewhere, but if Haaland goes elsewhere. And final story, people, was William Saliba. According to Club Boot, which is a publication from France, Arsenal have opened talks with William Saliba's entourage over a new long-term contract for the defender. Apparently a 5-year contract. Saliba will have 2 years left on his contract this summer. Of course, he's on loan at Marseille. He's having a great season. Marseille won last night in the Conference League, I believe. I think they won 2-0. I think Guendouzi scored as well, actually. They beat Karabag 3-0. And yeah, Saliba played clean sheet and Guendouzi scored. So yeah, Saliba, hopefully new 5-year contract. And like people are saying, man, can you imagine a back three of Saliba, Gabriel and Ben White, man? I mean, I don't know if this manager wants to play free at the back, but certainly would be 3 great options. Excellent news regarding Saliba. I want to see him come back. That is for sure, man. He's a talent. He's a big talent. Guendouzi, I think we've lost him. To be fair, there is an option to buy in his contract for 10 million. So I think that one is done and dusted. A few more minutes, peeps. Get some comments in. Anything you want to mention? Saliba, the win last night. Any signings you think we should make? What striker do you think we should go for if we get top 4? Graham said, did you hear the links to Marcus Asensio? I think he would be a great signing, another gem from Madrid, good age at 26. Asensio, a couple of years ago, looked like he was going to be a world beater. He obviously had that big injury. Still looks a good player. I'm not sure about Asensio. Would he be able to handle the Prem? I've always thought he was talented, I've got to be honest. Striker from Napoli, yeah, for me, listen. I'm a big fan of Osimhen. I really am. I just think he's an absolute live wire. Although Napoli were beaten last night by Barcelona, and Osimhen played and didn't score. Barca won 4-2. Aubameyang scored 1. But I've always liked Osimhen. I like Leao at AC Milan. Somebody said, yeah, he's having a good time there. He is having a good time. João Felix or Osimhen? I would go for Osimhen. Just because of what he offers. He's tall, he's quick, can play by himself. Wouldn't mind Valverde from Real Madrid. Thoughts on Aubameyang's goal? It was a good finish. Good finish, to be fair. Aubameyang scores, Doozy scores. Yeah, man, it is what it is, isn't it? Levan said, big up Curtis, just tuned in. Good win for the Arsenal. Amazing. Joseph, Curtis, did you see Chelsea v Lille? What do you think about Jonathan David? Looked lively, but the end product wasn't great. But Chelsea are not easy to play against. I can't lie. They've got a solid back three. Ramcomar, Big C, just saw the intro pic from Polymation. Epic. You can't go wrong with that, can't you? You cannot go wrong. Schick is the man. Do you know what? It's mad that we haven't been linked with him at all. So many people mentioning him. And we just don't seem to be linked with him. Did you see the Osimhen Ruiz double swoop news? Yeah, there was a rumour we're going to go and pay like 85 million and get Osimhen and Ruiz or something. So we'll have to see. I think Arsenal at the moment will have 2 lists. They'll have, listen, if we get top 4, you're going to have this much money and you can get that level of player. So you go for them. If we get Europa League, it's a bit less money and the players are a little bit less of a high standard. So Champions League, I think you can go Osimhen, João Felix, Lautaro Martinez, that kind of level. If it's Europa League, it might be Isaac, Calvert-Lewin, Jonathan David kind of level, if you get my drift. That's what I would imagine. Because Arsenal will have to plan to sign players now. You don't wait until the summer. They'll be having conversations with players now. And I think a lot of these players will be saying, it depends what competition you're in. whether I come there or not. Because let's face it, not everyone can go to Man City. Not everyone can go to Liverpool. Somebody's got to go elsewhere. Arsenal back in the Champions League with a big amount of wages to be able to give out would be appealing to a lot of players. You know, we've cleared Aubameyang, Ozil, Socrates, Mustafi, Kolasinac, a lot of people who were earning big money. I think there were 3 or 4 more will leave in the summer as well. So, listen, people, I'm out of here. We've been on for an hour and 16. 2,000 of you in the chat. Lick down that like button on your way out. Make sure you download the Spitch app. Link in the description. Fantasy football app. Free to play. Go and get your team sorted. They have competitions every week. It's not just a season-long one. Make sure you follow me on Twitch. The Twitch link is in the description. Can we hit 500 today? Also, subscribe to the channel. We're only 70 away or 65 away from 42,000. If you haven't already, subscribe. We'll be back over the weekend. We'll do Arsenal content. We'll be doing the Carabao Cup final watch along as well. So make sure you tune in for that. Big up to everyone. Enjoy your Friday, people. Like I said, man, I'm the first one to have a go at Arsenal and Arteta when things go wrong. So when it goes right, enjoy it and lap it up. I was in the gym this morning wearing an Arsenal shirt for the first time in a long time, let me tell you, with pride as well. Enjoy your Friday, people, and I will see you over the weekend. Champions League, here we come. Bless.